Hi guys, and welcome to Z's Kitchen. I'm glad you guys are here. If it's your first time, welcome. And if it's you coming back, then I'm really glad that you came back for more videos. Z's Kitchen is dedicated to Spanish dishes, cooked Puerto Rican style. I guess Puerto Rican style, the way I cook it, because there are a little differences of how different people cook depending on how they were taught by their parents, grandparents, and so forth. So everybody cooks differently, and I like to have fun in my kitchen. I love to cook, and I love trying new things. So today we are doing beef stew, which we call carne guisada in Spanish. Carne guisada is actually beef. I mean, you can do it with pork, but usually it's beef. Guisada, which means is slowly cooked, stewed in peppers and onions, sofrito, and all these different spices. And the flavors are infused in the meat. And basically you can put it on the side with white rice, with red rice, mashed potatoes, anything that you want to eat it with. A lot of people just eat it by itself. Some people even turn it into soup. So it depends on how you want to eat it. Now, like I said, it's not complicated. It just has, I guess, a few ingredients. And in order to be able to do the beef stew that we're cooking today, this is what you're going to need. I had just a regular pack of beef stew, and I cut it in, I had it cut in small pieces. Now, some people like the big chunks of beef for their beef stew. I kind of like the medium just because it's easier to cook. It'll cook faster. If the meat is thicker and bigger, it'll take longer to cook. And you'll have to cook it at a lower fire for a longer amount of time in order for the meat not to be hard, and in order for all the flavors to be able to get into the meat correctly, okay? So remember that. Now, this was washed in vinegar, just because beef stew throws out a lot of blood, and I like to clean it, I cleaned it like 2 or 3 times. So that's why you see it all nice and clean and stuff, and I will rinse it one more time before I put it in there. You're also going to need tomato sauce, okay? You're going to need sofrito. Of course, you can't have Spanish dish without sofrito. You need adobo, garlic. I use the minced garlic, and I use the powder, okay? Of course, you're going to need sazon. Now, I already pre-cut the peppers, okay? And I cut the blocks of the onions. Okay, when it comes to beef stew, you kind of want to cut them wider and thicker because of the fact that they're going to boil for a longer amount of time. Now, I want to explain something. There is peppers and sofrito peppers and onions in the sofrito, but that's a totally different kind of texture because it's mixed in with the olive oil, the vinegar, garlic, everything else it's a totally different thing. So even though you're gonna add sofrito, you still need the peppers and the onions to really give the flavor that you're trying to get. Some people don't, that's fine, but if you want to make it Puerto Rican style, then you need the peppers and the onions in the actual beef stew. Then of course I have some potatoes that I already cut. You got a couple of pieces of broccoli. You got carrots. Now you got celery flakes, lemon and pepper. You cannot be without this lemon and pepper. And Cajun seasoning. You cannot cook Spanish food without the Cajun seasoning, okay? And of course I got garlic powder, onion powder, and believe it or not, this is a secret spice that I put in here. A little bit of A1 sauce when it's already cooked And after you put in your tomato sauce, you're only going to put a little tiny bit of this, and it's going to wake up all the flavors of everything that you have put in the food, in the beef stew, okay? You will be surprised how much flavor this will bring out of everything else. Okay, so let me rinse this one more time. Like I said, I let it sit in a little bit of water with vinegar. Maybe 3 tablespoons of vinegar and water to make sure that it took all the taste and all of that weirdness out. Okay, so we're going to add sazon. Okay, I'm gonna use the whole thing. Some people only use a little bit. I'm not one of those people. I like my food to have coloring and to taste good, okay? The adobo, I want to say maybe half a teaspoon, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you, you gotta, everything, I want to say to your taste, right? Because I might like garlic, a lot of garlic in my food, and you might not like garlic. I like Cajun, you might just like a little bit of it. So you adjust the flavor to what you like. But it's not like a whole lot of anything. So all the flavors combined make the Puerto Rican dish, okay? So if you generally want to taste what it Puerto Rican beef stew tastes like, then these ingredients is what we actually use, okay? And another, let me get that. Half a teaspoon, not even half, I'm sorry, a quarter of a teaspoon. Where is my measuring? There we go. Here we go, here we go. This is 1/4 of a teaspoon. Okay. And same thing for the garlic salt. Well, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna do 2 of the 1/4 for the meat. Thought I had to open one of these, but it's okay. I'll reopen it. Put a new one. Now the Cajun, guys, don't be afraid to try spices, okay? This is half a teaspoon. I'm going to put a whole teaspoon. I like trying different spices. I love looking at different cultures, how they cook, what they use, what kind of spices they use, and I love to be able to try them myself at home. This is garlic powder, so I'm going to try the 1/4. Now, I got to remind you, I'm going to do this twice. I'm not, I usually just cook by sight. People that know me know that I am not someone who measures. Okay, now these are celery flakes. Okay, can you see? I'm just a small handful of that in there. Now, when it comes to the sofrito, guys, now I'm gonna throw these potatoes in there. Wow, the water is beginning to boil. Now, this is a regular teaspoon. Okay, I'm going to put 3, make that 4 teaspoons of sofrito. It might seem like a lot, it's really not. And then make sure, guys, that you might have to get your hands dirty if you really want this dish to taste as good as it can. Okay, just get your hands in there. And it's okay to get dirty sometimes, okay? you make sure that you get your hands in there and make sure that everything is covered. Okay, that everything has all the spices on it. Oh, this is delicious. Okay, and it's not even cooked, people. So now, let me clean this real quick. I cannot. It drives me crazy. I don't know how some people do it. Okay, I'll clean this up. Now I'm gonna put this on. Let me move for you guys over here. I put the fire on high. Now mind you, the potatoes are already in there. Okay, they're in there, the chunks. Now I'm going to put the meat in there. Now I'm going to take a big spoon and just make sure that the water is covering. Let me show you guys. Do you see that? Make sure that it's actually covering enough of the potatoes and the meat so that way you know that it's being covered. So when it boils, everything is going to be cooked evenly, okay? Now, of course, this is going to have to come to a boil, and I'm going to cover it. Now, I'm going to, unless you have a pot that has a hole on the side to release steam, I'm going to do it slanted so that the steam can come out. You see how quickly it's already fogging up. Now, I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that this is going to be quick, because it is not. Now, it is worth the wait, and it is worth cooking it the correct way. Okay, now I do have it on high, and that's fine because it needs to boil for a certain amount of time. Now, if you've cooked beef before, then you will know that beef doesn't cook very quickly. Beef does take its time, and if you rush it, then or if you take it out too soon, then the beef will be hard. Excuse me, and it will not be cooked correctly. Now, we don't want that. I want my beef stew to be nice and soft, and I want it to break apart all by itself. Okay? And I did forget one thing. I forgot the adobo. Okay? I know I think I put a little bit in the beginning, but at the end, you put a little bit more after you taste it. And now that it's already in the pot, okay, you're going to take the garlic and just pour it in there. Let's see if I have some more in there. Okay. And that's maybe not even half a teaspoon of garlic. Okay, so we're gonna push this to the back. We're gonna put it on high, and we're gonna let it cook for at least, I'm gonna leave it for at least 30 minutes, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to add in the carrots and the broccoli and the peppers and the onions, and taste it, so as far as seasoning to see if it needs sofrito or anything else that might be lacking as far as flavor, and then we'll do that. So for right now, we're going to let it boil. You don't have to move it right now because it's, like I said, the water is not even boiling right now. So when you cover it, it'll help it boil faster. It'll help it get it going, okay? So just know that it's going to take a while, at least 20 to 30 minutes for it to be boiling enough to where you're going to put your stuff in, because you don't want to put it in too soon, because then the broccoli and the carrots will get so soft and so soggy that you really and going to be able to enjoy them. So right before everything is done, like right before, maybe 5 minutes, 5 to 8 minutes before it's already almost finished, that's when you put that stuff in. And then of course the tomato sauce and the A1, you put it like 10 minutes before. So that way it'll all get cooked and it'll still be tender enough and juicy enough that you'll be able to enjoy it, okay? So, and it's going to look beautiful and taste delicious. So I'm going to come back like in another 20 minutes and we're going to check it and see where we at, and we'll take it from there. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay guys, so it's still cooking. It still has some way to go, but I wanted you know, for you guys to know it's already been like maybe 10 minutes and it's already beginning to tenderize, and you can start smelling, oh my god, all the spices, and you can the whole house smells like sofrito and lemon and pepper and Cajun, and so you can smell all the flavors. And the potatoes are already soft and the meat is halfway there, so it's time for us to put in the peppers, the onions, and stuff like that, okay? So I'm going to wash my hands again. Okay, and I'm going to put, I'll put the whole thing. And I'm going to put the onions. Remove that real quick, okay? Oh, this smells delicious. And I am going to put the carrots and the broccoli. I wish you guys can smell this. So now it'll probably boil for another 15-20 minutes. And I am going to put, guys, this is, now like I said before, different people cook different ways, okay? I have my own way of cooking. Like I said, I love experimenting and trying different things. And I tried experimenting one day because I love A1 sauce on my steaks and stuff like that. And I was like, I said, you know what? I said, maybe I can bring it up a notch on my beef stew. And I tried the A1 on it. I was trying different things, different recipes for it, try to change it around. I don't like cooking the same thing all the time. So I'm always looking for new recipes. I'm always looking for different ways to make, like say, the beef stew, find a different way to make it. So I'm always trying to find different ways to make the same recipe, but add different things to it or take something out and replace something else with it. And I figured that A1 sauce is amazing in beef stew. Now, you don't want to put a whole lot because A1 sauce is very strong. But you do want to put a little bit. And that's all it takes. And that's all it needs. Believe me when I tell you. Okay, so you're going to let that boil again for like another 20 minutes. Because you're not going to put in the tomato sauce until it's actually cooked. Okay? Sorry about that, guys. You got to work here with me. Okay, so... Oh, I got to get a camera. So, okay, now that you put the A1 sauce, you're still going to leave it... Well, you can put it in medium high, not like medium low, but medium high. And in another 20 minutes, you can check it again, and it should be, now, like I said, unless you have a top that has a hole for the steam to come out, then I suggest you leave it slanted so that way the steam can come out to the side. And like I said, in 20 minutes, it should be done, should be soft. And then all we need to do is put the tomato sauce, and that's it. And then you, I like to leave it for another 5 to 8 minutes to simmer. And then after that, you can turn it off. You'll leave it on the stove for a little bit. Let it sit. You never want to cook, especially beef, and just serve it right away. You want to let it sit in the juices, in the flavor, for at least 5 to 8 minutes. 10 minutes be perfect. If you can't wait, but at least 8 minutes, so that that way it'll taste at its best. Okay, so we're gonna come back in. I'll come back in 10 minutes and check it again and make sure that everything is where it's supposed to be. And I think by then we should be done. Okay, so I'll see you in a bit. Okay, guys, so we are basically done. All we have to do is add the tomato sauce, which we're about to do right now. Maybe half a cup, depending on how much you want, how much you want to put. Now, I like to put, but that's just me. I use salsa from the dipping salsa from the chips or whatever you want to call it. And I like the spice. Oh my God, this is delicious. Oh, I'm ready to eat now. Okay, guys. You can see this. Can you see how beautiful this is? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sorry about that. Do you see this? Look how beautiful. Potatoes, carrots. You can throw some celery in there. I didn't have any celery, so I put in some celery flakes. But this is delicious. Oh my God, over some white rice, some mashed potatoes, depends, what it is what you like your beef stew with. So much flavor, I mean, it wakes up in your mouth. I'm telling you guys, you are going to love this recipe, and it's something that you're going to do for a very long time. You're not going to do it just once, trust me. You're going to do it a couple times because it is that good. Now, I'm going to pour some in a plate so that you can see, okay? And I really hope that you guys do try this, okay? And please let me know if you do. And let me know, how did it come out? Did you like it? Did your family like it? Was it what you thought it was going to be? Was it better? Worse? Oh, the smell. Can you see that, guys? It's amazing. Oh, my Lord. I love it. Oh, look at all those colors. And the flavor is incredible. Incredible how much flavor you're going to get out of here. Everyone will be talking about your beef stew. Look at that. Come on, tell me you don't want some of this. You know you do. You know you do. You know you want to try this. Okay, so make some at home. Tell me what your family thinks about it. Okay, tell me if you liked it, if you like the flavor, the spices. Tell me what you didn't like about it. And I know that you're going to love this. I really do. I know that it's going to be one of your favorites. It's kind of hard not to because it's so hearty, and like I said, it's amazing. So I mean, I can't wait for you to try it. And it really is delicious. It is kind of hot, so I'm going to put this right here. But it is wonderful. Like I said, it's not hard to do. It's just, it does take time. But, when you're at home, of course, when you're doing the videos, we have to stop and stuff like that. But when you're at home, you just put it on the pot and then just let it cook. And then that's it. You're good to go. You understand? You don't have to keep going back for it. So, so it doesn't, it doesn't take as long. Like I said, from beginning to end, it should take you maybe 20-30 minutes. If you're going to cook it correctly, slowly, so that it can cook and taste delicious, and you want to get all the flavor and all the spices you're supposed to, because you want it to taste delicious. It's gonna be so worth it. It's like when you make chili. You don't want to rush chili. You want to make sure that the chili cooks the way it needs to, because otherwise you're not gonna get the flavor. You're not gonna be able to enjoy chili the way it's supposed to be enjoyed, because you're rushing it. Okay? So guys, I really, really hope that you enjoy this beef stew. I really hope that you taste it and that you let me know what it is, what you think. Like I said, I think that I know that you're going to love it. Like I said, it's not something that is hard to do, and I'm pretty sure that you guys are going to enjoy it. And I mean, look at this. How can you not? Like I said, the meat is so delicious. It's the whole house smells amazing right now, because it smells like beef stew. So please tell me what you think. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you make this at home for your family. And please let me know what you think of it. Tell me if they liked it, if it was hard for you to follow, and what did you think about the ingredients and stuff like that, okay? So please comment below, like, subscribe, share, and I hope that you guys come back for more videos, for more recipes, and you can have fun with me in the kitchen, and together we can have a whole lot of fun. So thank you for coming to my video, coming to my kitchen and cooking with me. Thank you for sticking with me through this video, and I hope that you enjoy this beef stew as much as I enjoyed making it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Okay, so please like, subscribe, share with others, and leave a comment below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Goodbye.